Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tyler here, bringing you the 9th episode of the Austin Wars Running Back Road to Glory here on College Football 25. That is right, the 5-star running back in his sophomore year here with Boston College. Finally took our first loss of the season to end last episode. It was a wild game against SMU, and the Mustangs were able to come to our town and get the upset victory in overtime. Coach pretty much blundered an opportunity to go for a field goal to win it at the end as he mismanaged the clock, and ultimately we didn't even take a chance and had a timeout left on the board. So yeah, definitely didn't like to see that from Coach, man. He's definitely got to lock it in. But either way, we had a chance in overtime, ended up taking the loss though. And that dropped us down to number 12 in the rankings, folks. It was a huge game out of quarterback Preston Stone, and he did so well that it was actually enough to get him into the Heisman watch. So he was getting some recognition there after the big upset victory for SMU. And check it out, Jaden Dotton, a receiver from Toledo, actually leading the way right now. That is wild to see. Checking out those season stats so far, your boy Austin Morris is actually leading the entire country with 560 yards already this season. That's through 5 games. So averaging 112 per game. That's very good, man. So sophomore season going well so far. Definitely would love to get in the end zone some more, though. It's time to lock back in, though. Start a new win streak. Might as well. We're 4-1 on the year, so still in good shape. Georgia Tech, though, undefeated so far, so we're looking to hand them their first loss now. And then we'll head into a bye week and have a couple more games at home against Clemson and Cal before we end with the 4 on the road. So I think we're still in good shape to make the playoff. I think if we lose one more game, we'll still be all right. But if we lose 2 more, then we're definitely cooked. Either way, I'd prefer to just win out, man. So hopefully we can do just that. And just a reminder before we head into game day, our health is not looking good as I was not able to use my energy on it here in the weekly agenda. I had to dump all my points into academics to make sure I'm good to go for that midterm exam coming up next week. As you can see, my GPA dropped down to a 2.8 after last week. We got caught plagiarizing the paper, so we took a big hit there. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the future, folks. But either way, it'll be interesting to see how our carries are affected in this upcoming game with our wear and tear already being impacted heading into it. And without further ado, let's head into this game, man. Let's get back into the win column. Try to hand those Yellow Jackets their first loss. Make sure you slap that like button for me if you've been enjoying the Austin Morris Running Back Road to Glory series, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's get into the game. Alright, here we go. We'll start this game with the ball. Lined up to Castellanos left here. Morris takes the handoff on first down, cuts up the middle. Plenty of room to run. Tries to go back to the left. Breaks one tackle and then brought down just shy of that first down marker. About 10 yards on our first carry today. Oh, they're giving Edwards the playing time here. He runs 3 times in a row and they come up empty. So just like that, we have to punt. That is definitely not how that first drive should have went after I picked up about 10 on the first play. Well, thankfully we stopped them to a field goal, but next drive, Morris still not out there. So after just getting the carry on the first play of the game, we just have been chilling on the sidelines. Another third down. Alright, at least this time they moved the chains. Gotta get Morris out on the field though. Come on, coach. What's going on? Ah, man, see, there's 4th. They just keep running it with both the backups, and they're only getting a few yards at a time, and it's another empty drive. Well, I decided to just hit the sim, man, and we're going all the way through the second quarter where I still have not touched the field again. And wow, there you have it. We're down 17-0, folks. I played the first play of the game, and since then, this is my first snap. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're down big here, so got some work to do. And that did not work. See if we can figure something out here on 3rd and long. Moore's picking up a block. Castellanos going to throw short, though. It's complete, but nowhere near the first down. Going to have to punt the ball away. We're going to be faced with 3rd down here. We need 8 yards to convert. Morris is open left side. Castellanos hits us. Morris gets upfield for the first down, moving the chains. That's a big play. Got 2nd and 13. Morris takes the handoff. Right side. And he's going to fall forward for a decent little gain of 5 there. And that'll make it a much more manageable 3rd down. See if we can pick up 8 to convert here. They're going to the draw play. Morris right side. And he barrels forward and has enough to move those chains. Let's go. And back to the sideline we go. And there you go. Jones losing 3. Just like that, it's 3rd and long. There we go. Big play, 28 yards to Bond. Moore's still on the sideline, though. Hey, all right. Edwards with the long touchdown run. We'll take it. We're finally on the board. Hopefully the defense can hold strong here and give us a chance as we're about to reach the 4th quarter. Castellanos down to the 2. Got to go for it on 4th, and they get the touchdown. Let's go. So we're still alive here. It's going to be a tough one. We're down by 8. So a touchdown and 2-point conversion would send it to OT. Hopefully the defense gives us a shot here. There we go. They stop him to 4th down. So here we are, folks. 1st and 10 from the 40. 2.5 minutes to go. Castellanos looking to throw. Goes right side, and it's intercepted. First play of the drive. You got to be kidding me. An absolutely terrible decision. Morris was open over the middle there. Instead, he tried to go for the big shot on the first play of the drive. And that might do it, folks. We still have all 3 timeouts, so hopefully the defense can hold strong again. But that's tough seeing that on the first play of the drive. Come on, Castellanos. Well, I think that's pretty much going to do it. We're out of timeouts, and they're in field goal range. So, yep, the field goal is good, and that's going to do it, folks. That's ball game. Wanted to get back in that win column, but instead Austin Morris barely sees the field today. And we take a big loss. That's 2 in a row at home. And I was worried about the 4 straight road games at the end of the year. But here we are, now going to drop to 4-2. Yeah, man, what a disappointing way to start this episode. I can't believe it, for real, man. 2 losses in a row now. Our playoff chances are definitely slipping away now. Morris barely saw the field, like I said. I know we had some wear and tear impacts going into the game, but still, it seems like we were fine. We were pretty successful when we were out there, but just weren't out there much. Didn't really have a factor in this at all, and bad interception out of Castellanos really cost us. As you see, Edwards with 18 carries today, Jones with 9, and Morris with just 7 for 22 yards. So that also kills our average, man. We were over 100 yards per game so far throughout this season, and now just 7 carries for 22, so that's just a rough game, folks, all around. I'm just not sure what's going on in Coach's head. You got to get Morris on that field. 2 catches, 14 yards as well. The receiving game, but man, we got some things to figure out if we want to make that playoff this season. Here's our academic advisor. We got your exam results back. I got a D-, 2 D's, and an F. Check your GPA to see how big of a hit you took. I don't understand how I got such bad grades. I made sure I was in the basic preparedness. Dang, man. Oh, I don't know if we're even going to be eligible at this point. Well, a much needed bye week now here in week 8 as we drop down to the number 17 ranked team in the country now. So when I check my academics here in the weekly agenda, my GPA actually went up from a 2.8 to a 3.0. So I'm not sure if that was just a glitchy text from the academic advisor or what, but it actually went up to a 3.0, so we should be good to go here. At least it's a bye week, thankfully. So I am going to at least use 2 on XP here. I need to start racking up some more skill points, hopefully. But yeah, we'll go ahead and use the rest of this here on academics. And then we'll use the last one here on our health. Andre Brown, the offensive coordinator, hitting us up here. We're facing a quality opponent this week. You're going to play a key part in this game plan. Rip off at least 3 20-plus yard runs or 40 total yards after the catch and help us win. So hopefully I can do both of these things, of course, but it sounds like one or the other will get the job done for this challenge. So like I said, just got to rip off at least 3 runs of at least 20 yards, or I can have 40 total yards after the catch. So a rushing or receiving goal here. Hopefully we get the job done. It's our game day goal. You see that? And of course, get the win. We got to get back in that win column. I mean, we can't afford another loss at this point, folks. And here we are into week 9 now, folks. Still at home. Got a tough top 25 matchup here. Both teams at 4-2. We're going to host Clemson. And we already bounced back up to number 13 after that bye week. So still in good shape, rankings-wise. But number 19, Clemson. Coming into town, the Tigers going to look to knock us off as both teams are hungry to try to win the ACC and make that playoff. And taking a look at our weekly agenda, 6 energy points here. Go ahead and put a couple into our training. And I thought that'd be enough to get us a skill point, but just shy of getting that upgrade there. So we'll just have to earn that in the game. But either way, 4 energy points left. Of course, going to use one on our health there. Then we'll go ahead and use one on academics. And then we'll use the last 2 on our brand. And without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and dive into game day. Battling for the O'Rourke McFadden Trophy. Let's get it. Solid first drive from the defense. And we're going to start with good field position near midfield here. That rain is coming down. Start with the handoff. Morris up the middle. Trying to go left side. And a nice tackle there. But a nice little gain of 4 there. We're going to be faced with a 3rd down here. We need 4 yards to keep the drive going. We're going to Morris on the draw play. And he navigates his way through the middle there. And picks up the 1st down and more. 2nd and 7 lined up to Castellanos left here. Morris takes the handoff up the middle. Has some room. Breaks 1 tackle. And falls forward for a nice gain of about 7. Just shy of that 1st down marker though. We'll head back out for 3rd down here. We need 7 yards to convert. We're going to go handoff. Morris cuts back right side, has some room, and falls forward for the 1st down at the 9. Let's go. Back out for 3rd and goal from the 10. See if we can make something happen here and get in the end zone. It's going to be a handoff. Morris right side, and not much going there, folks. Just a short gain of 2, and unfortunately, going to have to settle for the field goal there. Clemson drives down and gets a touchdown, so now we're down 7-3. We head back out in the pistol formation here. Morris takes the handoff up the middle. Good read. Ooh, just barely tackled by that safety, or he might have been gone there. Tackled at midfield after a nice game. Got a 2nd and long here. Morris takes the handoff left side. Breaks 1 tackle. Trying to get away. Breaking another, but brought down eventually. Ends up being a decent little gain of about 4 there, but unfortunately our tight end hurt on the play. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Well, we'll see what we go with here on 3rd and long. Looking to convert. It's going to be a draw play. Morris up the middle, has some room, and he's going to pick it up. Let's go. About 14 yards there. And fresh set of downs. Castellanos looking to throw. He's going to go short to Morris out of the backfield. Let's go. Nice catch. And a gain of 8. All right, we're on the sideline here. Boys are in business down inside the 10. 3rd and 3 at the 5. Come on. Ah, they're just short. Hopefully they just go for it here, coach. Might as well. Oh, no. We settled for a 20-yard field goal. Come on, man. You got to go over and try to get that yard there. And we're not seeing much time the rest of this first half. I'm not sure why, folks. Not really liking what I'm seeing. At least we're in the lead, though. Holy cow, we're not seeing any time in the second half either. You got to be kidding me. Folks. We were up, and then Clemson goes crazy in the second half. I stopped the sim. I can't believe I'm still not out there. It looks like my ribs are hurt here. A high risk of injury, but usually I still be out there. But we just haven't seen any time. And we're on pace for our 3rd loss of the season now. This could make it 3 straight. Yeah, they just extended their lead with a touchdown there, so 28-16, down by 2 scores. It's going to take a miracle. Unable to pick it up on 4th down, so that'll pretty much do it, folks. And again, Morris just doesn't really have any control over what's going on here. I can't believe it. I don't understand what's going on. All of a sudden, we're just not getting the play time. And it turns into a 3-loss streak.
And now this team has fallen into a 3-game.
And I can't believe it, folks. You can pretty much kiss the playoffs goodbye at this point. 3 straight losses, all at home. And in these last 2, Morris hasn't really had anything to say for it. So we have a solid day, man. 59 yards on just 8 carries. That's a 7.3 average, but Jones with 11 carries and Edwards with 17. And Edwards only got 6 yards on those 17 carries. That is pathetic. He averaged 0.3 yards per carry and had a fumble. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on with Coach, but he's got to figure things out, or maybe Morris is a little more hurt than we think. I don't know, man. This is insane. And then 2 catches, 10 receiving yards as well. Here's Donna Harper, local TV reporter, hitting us up. It has been a rough going the past couple of weeks for Boston College. What needs to change to break this losing streak? So definitely some wild options here. I'm not going to blame the entire team, even though, like I've said, Morris not out there enough to really have much of a factor. But I think we're going to go ahead and just promise a win next week, folks. We're going to have to end things off this episode with a win. I mean, this is insane. We got to get back to our winning ways. I know we've been struggling, but I'm saying it right now. We're winning our next game. We're ready. So now the local newspaper hitting us up, Philip Winters. There are some rumors coming out of your camp that there are some disgruntled players who are dissatisfied with your lack of leadership. What's your response to these reports? Come on, man. I'm the running back, and I'm supposed to be the starter. I ain't getting starter reps in the games. You worried about my leadership? How about Castellanos, man? Leading us with a bunch of interceptions. How about that? So I'm going to push back on it. People need to stay out of our locker room and focus on the games. That's not anyone's business but ours. No more questions. Our brand's actually going to take a small hit from that, which is rough. I mean, I should still have influencer status, though. There's no way I'm getting cheesed. She just asked us after this most previous game. So this should be after the next game, but it's reacting as if we lost. Dude, come on. Come on, game. You just cheesed me again. Now it's looking like I'm breaking promises, but it's saying that we continue. Come on. This is insane. I don't this game's gotta. We gotta fix this shit, EA. Come on, man. This is insane. So just a quick explanation here. I'm stepping in over my live comm because I was literally just losing full, man. But literally after the second loss in a row, or the third loss in a row, it pops up that scenario of, choosing, what to put the blame on for the losing streak. And instead of putting the blame on anything, I just decided to promise a win in the next game. I think that was the best move. And yeah, instead of even letting us get to the next game, it pops up saying that I already broke the promise, and it basically didn't even let us get to the next game. It basically triggered off of the previous game, even though I got the prompt after the game. So we had already lost that game when I ended up getting that scenario. And then now I got cheesed, man. That's all there is to it. We lose our bunch of brand and following. And that's just, I don't know, one of the few things that this game's definitely got to fix, man. Road to Glory definitely took a back seat for him here for their first year back. But we'll get back to the live comm now and finish things up here shortly. So now after I get cheesed and lose a bunch of followers and my brand goes down a bunch, I'm pretty much forced to take this deal from Sammy's Auto, which it's a solid one either way. Just a couple of photo shoots at our car repair center over a 2-week span. We'll take some photos and put it on our social media, and we'll throw in free services for your entire coaching staff, so that's pretty solid. So it's just going to be one energy per week for a 2-week contract. That's fine. And we'll get a small boost to our coach trust and plus 500 followers at the end of the contract. We're going to go ahead and take this deal. Yeah, man, these rankings are broken. So the college football playoff rankings are now out, and we're at 13. That's insane. At 4-3, we should be nowhere near this ranking. I don't even know if we should be in the top 25 at this point, folks. But there's a bunch of one-loss teams, a couple two-loss teams below us that should definitely be ahead of us. So yeah, this game's got a lot of work to do with rankings logic, sim logic. There's just a lot of things that have went on that just make it where it just ruins a lot of stories. And I don't know, man. This feels like, we were leading the country. Like I showed at the beginning of the episode, we were leading the country in rushing yards, and then all of a sudden we're just not even getting playtime. Like in the media poll, we only dropped one spot to 14. That's crazy. So I'm thinking we were a little more beat up than we thought last game. It was just saying ribs, but here it looks like chest and shoulder, arm, everything. We had severe risk of injury, so it's understandable. We're definitely going to have to go ahead and get our health up to good there. So shouldn't have any wear and tear impacts heading into the game. Hopefully we're good to go, and hopefully we don't take any big hits early. Because we need a full game, man. We need to get back to that 20-plus carries, getting over our 100 yards like we're used to, man. Definitely going to throw a point on our brand, of course. We lost a good amount of followers and all that good stuff. So, got to work on that a bit. And then, of course, going to work on academics a bit as well. As we do want to make sure that we, are ready when we have that final exam at the end of the year. But let's get it, man. Still at home, taking on Cal now. We're still looking for our first win in conference this year after starting 4-0. Now 4-3. We got to get back in that win column, folks. I mean, there's still a chance there to make that playoff. They're giving us some love there. Still ranked 13th, but at this point we have to win out. And that starts here against Cal. So hopefully we get the job done. Let's get into it, man. Week 10. All right, good first drive from the defense. We'll head out 1st and 10 from the 45. Morris going to take the handoff here. Has some room right side. Let's go. Picking up about 10 yards on our first carry of the day. And here I am checking in again, of course. I don't know what's happening, man. This happened a couple episodes ago where I was losing frames in the recording, and there was no way of me to know until after the recording was done, and that's when I could tell. So I have a few ideas of when to fix this. I'm not going to bore you guys with all that, but I'm just saying it definitely shouldn't happen again. This is just the second time now. But yeah, this last game, the recording basically got chalked. We ended up having like a decent little game, but it was the same story, man. Not getting many carries and just getting beat up, man. It seems like every little hit we take is just absolutely crushing our chest and our ribs, man. So I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully, we can clean that up as we, continue on to end this season, man. It's just crazy, man, how we were leading the country in rushing yards, and then just like that, we are not even close to that anymore. So yeah, man, hopefully we can get back to them 20-plus carries a game, keep our health up, and, fix this going forward, man. But at least we're able to come away with a victory here over Cal and end that losing streak. But yeah, I'll leave you with the rest of the stats and the outro and all that, but sorry again for, the chalky recording here. It shouldn't happen again. What a stat line from Castellanos today. Only threw the ball 9 times. Just 1 incompletion. 84 yards and a touchdown. That's wild. So Jones struggled today, 15 for 40. Edwards 10 for 38. Morris, like I said, we had a good game, man. 5.7 yards per carry. That's 52 yards on 9 attempts. But just can't stay healthy enough to be on the field the whole game, man. Here's Quan Williams, our D tackle. Hits us up. We've got morning workouts at 5 this week instead of 7. I'm setting like 10 alarms. You want me to make sure you're up? So I can either sleep in and skip Monday's workouts, or I can go to morning workouts. So I'm definitely going to go to them, of course. And here pops up saying, a long week. You're already tired, and early Monday wake-ups don't help. So I'll have 5 less stamina for my next game. That's definitely not good to hear, as we've already struggled to stay on the field, folks. Not necessarily because of stamina, but more so because of injuries. But either way, it's going to be a big impact, man. Ah, that stinks. And here's our academic advisor. Got a test coming up in our investment management course. Would I like to come in and study? Yeah, I'll might as well study moderately. Use 2 energy points there. We'll go ahead and end it there, folks. As we are bumped back up to the number 9 team in the country, which is crazy. And we'll start things off with a huge game next week as we'll travel to Syracuse. They're number 20 at 7-2, so they're definitely having a much better season than us. If anything, these rankings should be flopped. But make sure you subscribe and stay tuned as we look to grind the end of the season and hope to try to make that college football playoff, man. We're going to have to win that game against Syracuse as it's the start of a 4-game road stretch to end the year, man. So slap that like button if you enjoyed this one. I appreciate it a lot. Hopefully we can figure out the injury stuff next episode, man, because we got to stay out on that field. That's going to do it, man. Thanks again for watching. Have a nice day. Peace.